These are some of the azaleas that line my driveway. We got them years and years ago. The biggest ones for $2 a piece. And we've had to replace several of them. And can you pan? And we're panning along the driveway. You can see my red dogwoods, pink dogwoods, and white dogwoods. And you can see I started the fire again this morning. So that's where the fire is, and that's my land. And we're walking a little bit closer. Is that not going to be bouncy?
Yeah. But
walking a little closer. Get the little cabin.
He's coming, Pappy.
That little cabin is not my property, but that's where Bob and I lived our first year.
Daddy.
It's okay. The first year we were in Blue Mountain.
Pappy.
Well,
go play. I'm sorry. Go play.
doing it.
Mm-hmm.
We're not very good at this, Phyllis. You have to forgive us. And then we're panning to the first dogwood tree that we had when we first moved here. The kids all climbed in it, and the grandchildren do. It's really big. And to the left you see my front porch. And we're walking over to the dogwood tree. And we'll pan left down to my grandchildren playing in a fallen down tree that my man's cutting up.
The big pecan tree.
It just blew over in the wind one Sunday morning. And you can pan over. This is our garden, some of our garden area. I don't do much anymore.
Get a good shot of the dogwood tree.
And I don't know if you can see the pasture or not. But all that you see is what we've had to have mowed. And now you get a little bit better scope of what had to be mowed. And this is my house. East view of it. Altogether it's 3,600 square feet for one person. Bob's dad used to say, when you and Diane are left alone in this house, it's going to be way too big for you, and what are you going to do? Not knowing that I'd be all by myself.
There's an apple tree there, and another one over there. Now that barn you see in the distance is not ours. It's there's a road you can sort of see right here behind the apple trees. Road cuts back that way. Anyway, all that land is somebody else's. The neighbor across the road. But zooming in a little bit, you can see fence posts there. There's pasture land beyond that, but the other is lawn and garden.
And all these trees that you see here are huge pecan trees. And this year we got a lot of pecans off of them, but we hadn't had any since 2003. So we're thankful for everyone.
That little house in the back is a shed where Julie and her husband have some storage, and then that's the pool there, right beside it.
Their pool.
Here's a closer aspect of the pecan tree that blew over and is being cut up for somebody's firewood, and the children playing on it. They've had a blast playing on it when it was had fallen over. And
you get a picture of this mutt. This is my dog. You probably remember I had one like that when we were growing up, and I guess you may as well get a picture of me. Hi, Phyllis. And you swing around with the grapes. Those are some grapes that came from the Klondike years and years ago. And the house in the background is the garage apartment that Bob built for Julie and Mitch, and there's a shop, a three-stall garage in their apartment. She's panning to the left,
back side of the house, with more azaleas.
They're not in full bloom yet.
Mostly they're just the kids just play around here, and we got a little
closer up of this set of grandkids.
I'm zooming in as far as I can go. Let me zoom out and just walk toward them.
Here's the three littlest, one middle size. Preston, say hi. Kathy's taking your picture.
He's next to the youngest, and then I'm Kathy, and my two are these, Keith and Seth. They're the youngest and third youngest.
And you can get a thing of the camper. I guess it's Julie and Mitch's camper that they use a couple times a year.
Here's it's a side door. It's the door everybody uses in the kitchen. Got some Easter lilies that were bought last year and planted and survived, so that's nice. Chimes you hear are over there. These are azalea plants. They're not in bloom yet up here in this part. There's the door to the kitchen everybody goes in. That's my car. This is the driveway. You get an aspect here of the azaleas lining the driveway on either side. And there's some Bartlett pears, those trees in the background. Earlier in the spring, you see all these green, that's daffodils, but they're gone now. You probably hear screaming in the background. That's the children. Pretty typical. There's a view of the house from the driveway. The pillars in the front on the porch, and that's the front door, although hardly anybody ever actually uses it. You see this whole garden, lawn here. Mom said you were surprised at how much it costs to mow, but that's a good size amount of land. Plus, on the other side of the driveway, some of this land as well. It cuts at an angle, so in the distance, I don't know if you can see it now or could see it before, but where the fire is, that is on Mom's property. But basically, I think this kind of diagonal or crooked line of trees is sort of the property that she owns, and just adjacent to it, or the property on which that little house sits. And those big trees there, the walnut trees with whatever the grass is growing around it, that's college property. But just next to it, that's Mom's. Oh, don't let her fool you. She always hid too. Yeah. Mom's imitating grandmother.
And thus ends our